All right, good morning, everyone. We have some somewhat optimistic news about quarterback Brock Purdy and his potential availability for this weekend against the Jags. I know we have been bombarded with a lot of unfortunate injury news, so I guess it's good to get some positivity early this morning. According to Ian Rappaport, there's a real chance Brock Purdy plays this week against the Jags, which again, good news, especially considering the fact Mac Jones got a little nicked up in that game against Arizona. I guess kind of tweaking previous PCL injury in his knee. We saw the big chunky brace that he was wearing in that game. So he obviously gutted through and played through an injury in order to help the 49ers get to a win. But it does sound like Brock Purdy should be good to return. And just in the little practice videos I saw from yesterday, he looked night and day different from what we saw last week, where he looked legitimately hobbled, where he looked sharp and springy from what I saw. But take a listen to Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport right here as he explains kind of what he's hearing on the Brock Purdy situation.
Let's get into Brock Purdy. He has been back at practice this week on a limited basis. Actually practiced at the end of last week, too. Did very, very little dealing with that turf toe, that essentially a toe sprain. Also, a sprained AC joint in his left shoulder that is less problematic. Because of it being a second week of practice for Purdy and because of him basically getting to a point where he has kind of reached the zone of where he might be able to play, it certainly seems like he's got a real chance to be back on the field for the 49ers, who have unbelievably kept winning since he has been out. Certainly something to keep an eye on, but I would say some positivity there.
So again, good news. Brock Purdy back in the driver's seat. That's what we want against the Jags. And I think this is a good situation. I think it was the smart move, to sit Brock down, let that injury, heal more, and then allow Mac Jones to go out there. And I mean, what we've been able to discern throughout this time is we have probably one of the best backups in the league. And this goes back to kind of my evaluations of training camp. I started, after watching Mac, admittedly, wasn't a big Mac fan coming out of Alabama, at least to be picked at 3. At 12, I would have had a completely different take on that. I would have definitely been open to Mac Jones at 12. But, throughout that process, we kind of saw that he kind of fell out with the multiple teams, and it was like, what's going on with Mac? After watching him in training camp, I'm like, oh, this is a starting quarterback. This guy's good. He can sling it. He can make every throw, and he really proved to me that he was a starting caliber quarterback. So, and I think we've seen that bear out over the last 2 weeks. Winning gritty, not playing perfect, but still able to bounce back. He threw that interception against the Cardinals, and it was like, oh no. Then you had the safety, and you're like, oh, this could spiral in a hurry. But he kept his head on straight, got one more opportunity, drove the team all the way down the field, and then won the game. So you got to tip your cap to Mac. Again, it wasn't perfect, and it's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect as long as the outcome is a W in the win column. So I'm pretty excited about that, and I think that's I should give 49ers fans a lot of confidence in what the 49ers currently have, that if Brock Purdy isn't going to be available or healthy, that they have a very, very, very capable backup in Mac Jones who can keep the ship on course. So overall, good. Overall, good. And excited that Brock Purdy could be able to be back here potentially this week. And I think, him being healthier is a good thing, and not having to force him play through injury, potentially re-aggravating that injury if he were to play last week. So I think it's a good thing. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think they should sit Brock Purdy for another week, or do you think they should let him ride? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.